Okay, what's up, YouTube? It's Spacey Lake Show one more time. About to give you another video. This one's going to be a really quick one, but I want to talk to you guys about the whole Brandon Ingram situation and the potential for the Lakers to actually sign Brandon Ingram. Now, we know that Brandon Ingram was a former Laker, and he did get traded in that AD trade to New Orleans. And obviously, the Lakers right now are looking for a guy like a Brandon Ingram. They're looking for like a wing player, a guy that can stretch the floor, shoot threes, also put the ball on the floor, be like a third star to LeBron and AD. So obviously the Lakers are looking for a player like that, and Brandon Ingram may be able to fulfill that role. Now the Lakers have struck out on a ton of free agents this offseason. I mean, you talking about guys like Lauri Markkanen, obviously not being able to get him, not being able to sign DeMar DeRozan, not being able to sign Klay Thompson. The list goes on and on. So obviously now the Lakers are in a position where they haven't made any splash or anything in free agency. They haven't done anything significant in free agency, and now they're looking to do something, right? I'm sure Rob Pelinka is still looking to make a move. LeBron obviously wanted the Lakers to make a move. He even volunteered to take less money. Obviously, we saw the performance of LeBron and AD in the Olympics, winning that gold medal. And a lot of people could argue that LeBron and AD were the two best players on the team. Obviously, Steph was huge too, KD as well. So we give props to those guys. But, at least you could definitely say that LeBron, AD are two of the top four players on the team. That's for sure. So you look at the fact that the Lakers have two of the best players in the league. I mean, you could easily say LeBron, AD are two of the top five best players in the league, or two of the top 10 best players in the league. You don't want to go top five. And so the Lakers definitely got an opportunity to compete, right? But the Lakers just need pieces around those guys in order to be able to really compete for a chip. So now the situation is that you need a guy, you need a third star. I think the Lakers should go after some kind of third star. I don't think running it back is going to cut it. Bringing back D'Angelo Russell and Austin Reeves and Rui Hachimura. We saw how horrible that was. We saw what a mess that was last season. So the Lakers bringing that back, I'm sure Lakers fans are not very excited about hearing that. You know what I'm saying? So I think if you could somehow make a trade for a guy like a Brandon Ingram, I think that would be a boost to what we got currently right now. I think it would definitely be better than the backcourt that we got right now. I'd be willing to give up guys to get Brandon Ingram. I'd be willing to give up Austin Reeves, Rui Hachimura, or D'Angelo Russell. Maybe I wouldn't give up all three, obviously, for Brandon Ingram, but I wouldn't mind giving up D'Angelo Russell and Rui Hachimura for Brandon Ingram, right? And the pick, I wouldn't mind doing that, or even if it requires Austin Reeves, I wouldn't mind doing that either, because I just feel like that would be a better fit for what we need. Now, granted, Brandon Ingram, he's a guy that needs the ball, right? And that's part of the reason why he got traded in that AD trade, and they kept Kuzma. Also, was the fact that New Orleans wanted Brandon Ingram too, but he wasn't the greatest fit playing with LeBron, even when LeBron was with the Lakers the first time. But the thing is, I think if LeBron is more of a point guard, he plays that point guard role. I think JJ Redick is probably going to have LeBron playing a lot more point. And I think with LeBron running the point, just like he did kind of with Team USA, if LeBron just runs the point and then you have a guy like a Brandon Ingram on the wing to essentially be that third option, or that secondary scorer on the wing, I think that would be great for LeBron, especially as LeBron ages. I don't think LeBron wants to carry the scoring load. I think Brandon Ingram can score the basketball. We saw him average, I think he averaged 22 a game last season, if I'm not mistaken. But he can score. Brandon Ingram is a guy, he can score. He had one season where he averaged like 25. So he's a guy that he can score. He's literally still, he's not even in his prime yet. I think he's just like 25, 26, something like that. So he's not even hit his prime yet. And I do think that he has, the only thing with him, the only big question mark with him is injuries. Obviously, he's a guy that gets injured a whole lot. We know of his injury woes, we know of his injury history. This man gets injured so much. It's so annoying. I think that's the only thing, the only concern you have if you're the Lakers, if you're gonna go all out to get a Brandon Ingram, is the injuries. Obviously, if you're gonna give up, you're gonna have to probably give up a combination of Farui, Austin Reeves, or D'Lo, a combination of two of those three. That's how you're gonna get that deal done, in my opinion. You're gonna have to probably give up those guys, because those are the most tradable contracts you have on the roster. And those guys still have trade value. Even D'Lo, as much as D'Lo has lost a lot of trade value, you still got some trade value, and I'm sure you can still work a contract, especially if you're willing to give up picks and stuff like that. I don't know how it's going to play out. I'm not sure what Rob Pelinka is doing. I mean, obviously the Lakers struck out on so many free agents. They already struck out on Klay Thompson this free agency. DeMar DeRozan, now recently Lauri Markkanen, and just a ton of free agents, Buddy Hield. The Lakers have not made a splash, and not, for the Lakers to go into this offseason when there was so much hype and so much anticipation for what they was going to do this offseason, there was a lot of chatter about different guys that potentially could come to the Lakers. We heard stuff about Trae Young, we heard stuff about Donovan Mitchell, and nothing. The Lakers are literally nothing. Nothing is going on. It's literally the same team, same old, same old. Lakers running it back. And I just don't feel like that is a very, that is a very I don't think that's a very attractive position to be in for LeBron James, especially a dude that's entering into his 22nd season. I mean, I think that is kind of crazy to expect LeBron to have to carry the load again and not be able to put guys around him to be able to compete. I mean, yes, he's been doing it. We saw him do it for Team USA, carrying them to that gold medal. Obviously, we see that he still got it. We obviously see that LeBron can still play at a high level. He's still a superstar in this league. He's still one of the top 10 players in the league, no doubt. You know what I'm saying? We get all of that, but I don't think at this age you should be expecting LeBron to, especially coming off the Olympics. I think there's going to be some fatigue there, just winning the gold medal and everything. There's going to be some fatigue there to have to then come back, and get ready for the season. I mean, it's going to be definitely a challenge for him. So, man, I really don't know. I just really feel like the Lakers I just feel like the Lakers just gotta figure this out, man. Like I feel like we got to make a move though. We definitely got to make a move, and I think obviously there's been a lot of chatter about Zach LaVine as well. But I think Brandon Ingram would be a better pickup than Zach LaVine. And at this point, we don't really have much options. I mean, Brandon Ingram was not high on my list early on because I was looking forward to us getting a guy like a DeMar DeRozan or a Lauri Markkanen, one of those guys. But now, obviously, with the situation where we at, right? And us, at some point having to make a move because we damn sure don't want to have another season with D'Lo as a starting point guard and having Rui Hachimura and Austin Reeves think up the joint. Like, let's be real, man. You know what I'm saying? Austin Reeves is a fraud, man. Like, I'm just gonna keep it real. He's a front running fraud. Rui Hachimura, he's stupid. He does dumb stuff. D'Angelo Russell, he's a choker in the playoffs. He's only good in the regular season. I mean, he's a complete choker. Like, he disappears in the playoffs, right? He's a complete fraud as well. Very fraudulent. So, having those guys on the team, I'm not very convinced that that's going to be a good team next season, man. Like, I just feel like, the worst defensive backcourt. I'm saying we gotta upgrade that. We can't go into another season having to deal with these frauds, man. I feel like, what I'm saying, like we've dealt with enough of this, and I think Rob Pelinka's got to be on the hot seat right now. We gotta hold Rob Pelinka's hands to the fire, man. Like, he's got to make a move. He got to get it done, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, he keeps making all these excuses about the CBA and all that, bro. How come other teams are making moves, other teams are improving, other teams are getting better, and you can't get better, bro? We've seen Philly do it. We've seen other teams able to put together guys. You know what I'm saying? We're seeing teams improving all over the league. We're seeing Dallas what they did. We've seen with Sacramento what they did. Come on, man. Rob Pelinka is a joke, bro. So I'm just calling them out. But let me know what you guys think about this Brandon Ingram situation. Do you think this is a great situation for the Lakers? Like, do you think that this is a guy that the Lakers should go after? Um, Let me know what you think. Former Laker, I think it's the best option we got now. And based on the situation with New Orleans don't want to sign him to that 208 million, because that's what he's asking for. He's on his final year of his deal in New Orleans, and he's asking for a $208 million extension, which the Pelicans, they don't really feel too good about that because of his injury history and the fact that they probably don't there's question marks of whether or not he's the guy that you want to build around for the future, with Zion. I mean, he hasn't shown. I mean, he's a very good player, but he hasn't risen to superstardom as yet. Like, he still hasn't shown that he's able to even consistently play an entire season. I mean, I don't even know if he's played 70 games in one season as yet. Like, I don't think he's ever played 70 games in a season. So his injury history is crazy, and the fact that he hasn't been, he hasn't been what they expected him to be. He hasn't developed into the star that they expected. He's a good player, but nobody looks at Brandon Ingram and says that he's a superstar. I think people look at him as a guy that's sort of underachieved up to this point in his career. And I think the Pelicans are looking at that as well. So that's part of the reason why they're iffy about whether or not they're gonna sign him to that 208. And they may be even open to offers instead of signing him to that extension. So we'll see how it goes. Let's see what happens. I think the Lakers should probably, this is the best opportunity for the Lakers though. So let me know what you guys think and have a great day. Pacey Lake Show signing out. Remember to subscribe to my channel. I'll be putting out more videos. Tell me what you think about this one. Have a great day. Pacey Lake Show signing out. Peace.